Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beer Garden again. It will be quite a special episode today because apart from Steve and Joe with me, Sarah looks different today, right? Because we have Randy here. Yeah. Hi, Randy. Happy to see you. It is your first time to be in our show. Happy to see you. How's going? Is it your first time to talk about Hong Kong racing on YouTube?
It is, absolutely is. I'm a little bit nervous. I know you guys are the pros here, and I know Sara will make fun of me for a long time if I don't pick any winners. So, no, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, right. So do you have anything to say to the Hong Kong audience?
I'd say hello, and I am. Don't judge all of America on me, please. Don't do that. Or Joe.
Oh, thanks, Randy.
No, absolutely. I'm honored to be on the show. I love your racetrack. It reminds me, I've never been there. I want to go there. It reminds me of, I lived in New York City for a long time. I always say it's like if you put a track in the middle of Central Park, if anybody knows that in New York City, a little nicer looking outside of it. But it's like that. It's like nicer looking being Hong Kong. It's a little newer looking than New York. Yeah, it looks great. I would love to go there one day. Hopefully we will. But yeah, no. So yeah, bringing horse racing together around the world. I guess it's the one thing we can all get along about, hopefully, nowadays. Everybody.
Yes, definitely, Randy, right. So this time on Wednesday, we will have a meeting at Happy Valley with the 9 race card. For the triple trio that we are going to talk about will be race 5 to race 7. So let's jump to the first leg of the triple trio. That will be race 5. It is a class 4 race over 1,200 meters. So let me start with Randy first. Randy, who do you like here?
Well, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to be quick about it because I don't know that much about this stuff. So I'm going to go and I'm going to use my angles that I use sort of out here because we talked about this a little bit before, where horses are horses. I do believe this. So I think trends are trends and the way they act. So I'm going to go with the 2 Gallant Waking. And I'm also making that my best bet. I don't know if I say that out loud right now, but I just did. This horse last time out, I'm going to give you the 2 reasons. This horse close like a train into a slow pace. Anytime you see that into a slow pace, closing from last on a sprint, we would call it a sprint, basically. I think you guys do too. It was so impressive. And another thing was, on a horse on their debut, young horses in general do not like to be on the rail. They do not like to be with other horses outside of them. They like to run free on the outside. This horse closed on the rail, passed over half the field, and then won by 1.5. The only thing that worries me is if he spots the field too much, but I really, really was impressed by this horse. I'm excited to see this horse after I watch his race run again. I think this horse could be something special from what I know.
Yes, right. For Randy's best bet on Wednesday will be race 5, number 2, Gallant Waking. He won on debuts last time out. It is not easy for a horse to have such a great performance on his first starts, especially over Happy Valley. Right, a great turn of foot for this horse. So, Steve, who do you like in race 5?
Well, Randy makes a good case there. I think I'll change my bet. No, kidding. I think I'll go for number 7, Blissful Star, drawn 6. He's a lightly raced horse, reunited with Zach Purton, a good 4th to the decent family folks on debut. That was last season, and last time out he returned. He was a good 4th to Laurie's. Meets that one, £5 better off. He's drawn 6th, which is fine. And you'll get a good pace to aim at with the likes of Laurie's, likes to Trailblaze, but that won't be easy from gate 11. And Valiant Elegance, and a nice ride for Lyle Hewitson, who is really wanting a winner because he's riding well at the moment. But for me, yes, Blissful Star, hopefully he can come good.
Yes, right. Number 7, Blissful Star. He's definitely a talented horse, but suffers from some setback before. But now he's definitely recovering quite well. And Joe, are you having your value bets in race 5?
Yeah, my value bet is at race 5. I actually took Valiant Elegance number 11 with Lyle Hewitson. I only took him because I think with the pace battle, he is going to be another one that's going to be up on the front. If it's not him, it's going to be Loris, but I decided to go with Valiant Elegance because he's drawn better, not that much weight. He has stayed on and hung on and held off horses on the all-weather and on the turf. So I like that he's done that twice, and especially he's done it on the turf on a really wide draw before. But that was with Jerry Chow. Lyle Hewitson, like I've said at all the other podcasts before, he is one of the best front-running jockeys. He knows he could judge the pace really well, and if he could just run away with it, I think he could do it again. So yeah, number 11, Valiant Elegance. You get about $26 in the Australian market. So hopefully he comes in, or maybe if he holds off Randy's horse here.
Yes, quite good value here for number 11, Valiant Elegance. That is Joe's best value bet on Wednesday. Lyle definitely knows this horse quite well, and gate 4 this time is good for him to lead. And for me, I will go for number 4. I like Ice Legend. He is a course and distance winner in January, but last time out, gate 11 was too difficult for him. So he dropped to the back and he chased quite well, but it was just too late. This time, Jerry Chow will be on board, so this horse will just carry 1 pound more than his victory in January. Also, gate 5 this time, hopefully he can stay in the midfield, which will be also his best running tactic. So to recap race 5 in the first leg of the Triple Trio, Wendy has his best bet here. That is number 2, Galleon's Waking. Steve likes number 7, Blissful Star. Joe has his value bet, that is race number 11, Valiant Elegance. And for me, I will go for number 4, Ice Legend. And then let's jump to the second leg of the Triple Trio. Race 6 will be another batch of Class 4 1200 meters. Randy, who do you like?
I'm going to go with another angle here, and I'm going to go with the 9, Shadow Runner. I'm big on drawing a line through the last race. I feel like even the odds makers, and it looked like it out here, it's what have you done for me lately, just like it is here. We do that. Apparently they do that at Happy Valley as well. He beat one of the favorites in this race 2 back. So if we throw a line through his last race here, this is a solid horse. The only thing that bothers me about this horse, and I'll say it, is he could be a bit of a hanger. And that bothers me a little bit, but especially with the Triple Trio, I guess if you're doing that, I think hopefully it'll be hanging around the first, second, or third and maybe get it at the wire. But a little bit of a flyer here. I'm going to go with the 9, Shadow Runner.
Yes, number 9, Shadow Runner, Karras is the best jockey for this gelding, and I think that he is also competitive at this rating. And Steve, who do you like?
Well, there's so many old favourites in this race for me, like Regency Star and Shadow Runner, and also Joyful Genius, who's still waiting for a win. When will it come? I went for number 12, My Intelligent, and maybe named after me. Draw number 5, Matthew Poon. He's an interesting runner, lightly raced, barriers of 9, 12, and 9 the last time. No great help, but hasn't been helped there. But hopefully reunited with Matthew Poon, and Peter Ho had a winner last week with Packing Award over this track, so hopefully he can win. My Intelligent, yeah, so a nice horse, but as Randy said, it's a wide open race, isn't it? Shadow Runner, I do agree actually, you get a win, then you get an 8th or a 9th, and suddenly, well, what's happened to the horse? Well, nothing. He's just simply, he hasn't lost the ability that he had 2 runs ago, and he gets consequently gets a nice prize behind him. But yes, for me, hopefully My Intelligent, he's lightly raced. Maybe today can be the day.
Yes, right. Number 12, My Intelligent. He's going to have his 7th start in Hong Kong on Wednesday. This horse is really progressing quite well. And Joe, how about you? Who do you like?
I like number 1, Shoina with Vincent Ho. So yeah, I'm on the camp with Randy. They're Vincent Ho trying to get a win for us. He is the class of the race. I mean, he hasn't gone up to the class 3 yet, but he's carrying top weight. He's drawn barrier 2, but you look at his last other draws, they've been bad. 12, 12, 4, 9, 12. So he only had 1 draw, like closer to the midfield, and he actually has had a win over the 1200. So that was with Vincent Ho on a wide draw. And if you look at all of his last prices, $21, $31, $41. So he shows up at big odds. I don't think he's going to be big odds tomorrow. He's looking to get a second win. So yeah, I think that the top weight could get it done here with Shoina, number 1 with Vincent Ho.
Yes, right. Number 1, Charene. He's quite a dynamic horse, but top weight on Wednesday. So I think he's better to lead. So gate 2 this time will be very ideal for him. And for me, I will go for number 5. I like Jazz Steed. He will be ridden by Joe Moreira on Wednesday. In this horse seasonal debut in September, he won a class 4 race over 1,000 meters from gate 11 under Joe Moreira, but he did not have some good results in class 3. So his rating is keep dropping. And now 55, he should be able to to have some good performance again. Just had an impressive gallop last Saturday, showing that this horse is now ready to bounce back. And then this time he will have some gear changes. He will put on the visor for the first time. So hopefully this gear can make him to be more focused on racing. Hopefully he can also overcome the wide draw under Joe Morera. So to recap the second leg of Triple Trio, race 6, Randy goes for number 9, Shadow Runner. Steve has his value bet here, number 12, My Intelligence, and Joe likes number 1, Charene, and I will go for number 5, Jazz State. And let's jump to the final leg of the Triple Trio. Race 7, it is also a class 4 race, but it is over 1650 meters. Randy, who will you go for?
Oh, here I go again with another crazy angle, and I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Purton knows a lot more than Joe about horses, and maybe a little more than me. I'm just kidding, knows a lot more than me as well. But I mean, did you guys notice that? And the one, Ever Laugh, he beat this horse on the 4 last time out, but yet he went to this horse. And if I'm correct, he probably has his choice, right? I mean, he's kind of the man. I mean, I know there's agents and trainers and things like that, but I figured these horses are pretty even. So I'm going to go with the jockey jump here. And that's, what did he see in this horse that he's on him? I'm just going to go with that, the one, Ever Laugh.
Yes, right. I also agree that number 1, Ever Laugh, it is very interesting to see Zach will be riding on him again. So maybe he's going to have a right decision on Wednesday. So Steve, how about you? Who do you like?
Well, I went for Rainbow Light, number 4, draw 9, Blake Shin on board. He's a course and distance winner on his penultimate start under Jerry Chow. That was last season, of course, but last time out, he was staying on 4th behind Viva Popcorn. Blake Shin on board for the first time, 10 runs. I think there's more improvement to come, but I thought this was a very desperate race, a really hard one to pick. And of course, we've got Viva Popcorn and also the interesting Happy Jai Jai at the bottom, both chasing hat-tricks. So I thought it was a hard race to really nail your colours to the mast, but there's plenty of colours in the rainbow, so I went for Rainbow Light.
Yes, I also quite like number 4, Rainbow Light, but just let me ask Joe first. Joe, who do you like?
I like number 5, Viva Popcorn. I haven't taken them the last 2 times because you didn't really get a decent price on him. Now you're going to get a good price on him, 14-1, but he is stepping up. The draw is not really a concern. He has Jerry Chow, so it's going to carry a little bit less weight. Draws number 10, but he's won off of bad barriers before, and he's going for the hat trick, as Steve mentioned. And if we get if we get the trio in this race, because he's at right now he's at 14-1. Steve's horse is at 9-1, and then Rainbow Light is 8-1. It's going to be a really, really nice end of your triple trio. But I think he could close. He's a big swooper at the end. I think he'll come over the top of a lot of horses, and hopefully he'll motor him down. Now he's had Purton and Morera, and they're not riding him. And Jerry Chow usually gets those rides, so I think with confidence, Jerry Chow should hit the board here with Viva Popcorn. So I'm going to take number 5 in this race.
Yeah, number 5, Viva Popcorn. This horse really improved a lot in this season. Jerry Chow on board, so this time he will be just carrying 127 pounds, which is quite good for this kind of back marker. So for me, I will be same as Steve. I also like number 4, Rainbow Light. Steve just mentioned a lot about this horse, and I also think that he can improve after a warm-up. Last time out, he just stayed wide without cover for the most of the trip, but still finishing quite well, just got beaten by just 1 length. So hopefully he can find a good position with cover, and I think that Rainbow Light will be able to perform better on Wednesday. So to recap the final leg of the Triple Trio, race 7, Randy likes number 1, Ever Laugh. Steve and I will go for number 4, Rainbow Light, and Joe likes number 5, Viva Popcorn. And that's all for our Triple Trio selection, because this Wednesday we don't have a jackpot, but the card is still quite interesting. So hopefully we can hit the Triple Trio. So let's move on to our best bet on Wednesday at Happy Valley. Randy, who is your best bet?
Well, my best bet was the Gallant Waking that I talked about before in race number 5. Like I said, I'm actually like really interested to watch this horse run, because I was so impressed by his first race and just see what the transition is over in Hong Kong, where, sometimes here we make that jump up, and it's a big jump up from claim, or, from maidens, to the next allowance step or whatever it will be. So I really like Gallant Waking in the 5th race, number 2.
Yes, for Randy's best bet, race 5, number 2, Gallant Viking. Currently, the price is 4.6. Looking forward to him. And Steve, who is your best bet?
I went to race 1, number 4, Presence, drawn 3 under Zach Burton for the first time. I like the racehorse in Hong Kong, but a 3-time winner in his native Australia when he was known as IndyCar. He's had 2 good runs lately, a solid 5th to Cheerful Days, 2 starts back, and last time a very good 4th to Zone Day. He's been nearly partnered throughout his short career, so only 6 runs in Hong Kong by Vincent Ho. But off an unchanged mark here, Zach Burton on board from gate 3. 8 runners, you could, as you said earlier, it can always become tactical in small fields. But I do think he's getting closer and closer to a victory, and I wouldn't be surprised if Presence won this really well.
Yes, right. Just a field of 8 in the opener. Race 1, number 4 is Steve's best bet, Presence. Currently, the price is 3.9. And Joe, how about you? Who is your best bet?
I'm taking a really, really risky best bet, and that's in race number 8, and that is number 8, Nakoni County. So Nakoni County has ran in Australia as a 3-year-old, ran in a listed race at Morpheville, and really was flying home second. He was formerly known as, I think, Storm Theory, but he ran really, really well. And then when he came to Australia, or when he came to Hong Kong, his first 2 runs at Chung Fa were bad, and then he got to Sha Tin, and then he got a win beating Skyfield in a really not too much pressure trial. So I think he could steal this race. He's drawn number 3, and I think it's a distance that he wants, because in the last race he was at 1,000 meters, so he goes up to 1,200, but he was closing in really, really fast, and he had Craig Williams, so you have Karis Teeton this time. Everything looks like it's going to go for him. So drawn 3. Nakoni is actually really, really good progeny out of Australia. A lot of sprint horses have come through Nakoni. So, yeah, I think he'll upset in this field with horse number 8, race number 8, Nakoni County.
Yeah, so for Joe's best bet will be in race 8, number 8, Nakoni Country. This is a county. This is a debutant having quite good barrier trial performance before. Currently, the price is 8.3. And for me, my best bet will be in race 2. I like number 6, Dragon Pride. He will be ridden by Zach Burton on Wednesday again. This horse is really consistent this season after joining Ben Young's stable. Good results at both Sha Tin and Happy Valley. And also last time out, he up into this distance for over this course and distance. It was a impressive victory for me. So now still racing in class 5, I think that he's still able to win. So currently the price for race 2, number 6, Dragon Pride is 3.6. So to recap our best bets on Wednesday at Happy Valley, Randy will go for race 5, number 2, Gallant Viking. For Steve, that is race 1, number 4, Presence. And for Joe, that is race 8, number 8, Nakoni County. And for me, that will be race 2, number 6, Dragon Pride. And let's go to the value bet. Randy, who is your value bet on Wednesday?
I'm going to go with race 4 and the 1 horse, Nothing Impossible. And it's just I'm going to give a real quick thing about, I learned this from trainers out here that talk to me about this. Mark Glatt, for instance, talked about a horse, American horse, Collusion Illusion, grade 1 winner. Now he's running for like $39,000 allowance just to get a win. If you looked at his lines, same thing. And I learned the horse doesn't like dirt in his face all of a sudden. He doesn't like to be horses in the inside of him, outside of him. He just needs to learn to be a racehorse. This horse, I believe, drops down to get his confidence back. And if you're going to give me the price, and I believe Burton's on this horse as well, at a big odds, if this horse can be his best self, this has burnt me before, because sometimes horses are just not as good. He's the best horse in the race, I believe, when I looked at it, if he can be his best self. I think this is a move by the trainer, get him a win, and we'll see. So I'm going to go with the number 1, Nothing Impossible in race 4.
Yes, for Randy's value bet, race 4, number 1, the class dropper, Nothing Impossible, will be ridden by Zach Burton on Wednesday. Currently, the price is $14. And Steve, how about you? Who is your value bet?
I went to race. I went to race number 6, number 12, My Intelligent. There is a chance. You're looking at the horses at the top of the handicap, the likes of Charene, Regency Star, Lucky Archangel, and Jazz Steed. You know, there is a slight worry they might have a bit too much quality for for my intelligence. But he's a nice horse. He's unexposed. He hasn't had too many chances. And on his penultimate run, he wasn't far behind Lucky Angel. And he's 2 or 3 pounds better off now, and also better drawn. And with Matthew Poon reunited, taking 2 pounds off, he's coming in here off a really nice weight. I think it's a matter of time until my intelligence does make the breakthrough win. I'm just hoping it's on Wednesday.
Yeah, so for Steve's value bet on Wednesday, race 6, number 12, My Intelligence. Currently, the price is 8.8. How about you, Joe? Who is your value bet?
Oh, value bet's back at race number 5 for the beginning of the triple trio. So that's going to be number 11 with Lyle Hewitson and Douglas White. I think Valiant Elliott should be on the pace and should be at the end or thereabouts. So yeah, I'm going to go with Lyle Hewitson again. Hopefully, I know he's been wanting a win. He's been riding well, is what Steve said. So hopefully he does get a win. And, you know, he'll finally have the monkey off his back, as he had a lot of close finishes. And at shot 10, he got like a second or so. So yeah, Valiant Elegance, race number 5, number 11.
Yeah, definitely. For Joe's value bet, race 5, number 11, Valiant Elegance. Currently, the price is $13. And for my value bet on Wednesday, will be in the opener, race 1, number 5, Horsing Bolt. Currently, the price is 8.3. We just mentioned that in the opener, that was just a field of 8. Steve's value best bet presence is very close recently over this course and distance. And apart from him, I think that Horsing Bolt just had a solid 5th last time out over 1400 meters at Charene. And this time, after jumping from gate 5, I think that he can just go forward and sit just off the pace, because in race 1, there will be only Red Majesty that will be leading. So the pace will be quite slow. So hopefully both Presence and Horse and Bolt can stay in a good positions. So to sum up our value bet, for Randy, that is race 4, number 1, Nothing Impossible. For Steve, that is race 6, number 12, My Intelligence. For Joe, that is race 5, number 11, Valiant Elegance. And for me, will be race 1, number 5, Horsing Bolt. So that's all for our preview for this Wednesday at Happy Valley. Hopefully you enjoy our show, and it is very good to see Randy to be in our show here. Hope you will enjoy it, and wish you all the best on this Wednesday. See you next time. Bye-bye.